We play and call it work.
MiniWargamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Welcome Wargamers to my Space Wolf showcasing video. I'm going to show off the Space Wolves that I own, and I do plan on adding to them. But just to show you what I've got currently, let's take a look at the models down below. I did post a 15-second video on Facebook, but I want to go more in depth just to show you guys all the goodness and funness. In my opinion, this is my best painted army. Very hard for me to say that because I love my Chaos Man. Oh, it is really hard for me to say that, but they're just so beautifully painted. I can't deny how beautiful they are. And like, here's an example, okay? Let's take a look at these Swift Claws. These are bikes. One would argue that Space Wolves on bikes isn't the most technically effective thing, and I would agree, it's not. White Scars are the best bikes in the Imperium. The Imperium definitely needs to work on the goodness of bikes in other chapters. Space Wolves, unfortunately, isn't one of those, but they do have some cool abilities with like the wolf claws that you can put on them. Super expensive, so don't really like to do it, but the models just look so good, especially with the snow, because it's all about the snow. And my ancestry is, I am Norwegian and Swedish in addition to being Chinese, and so the Viking in me really is spoken to when I look at these Space Wolves, because that's what they are, man. They are Space Marine Vikings. It's exactly what they are. And so I look at them and I'm like, those guys are my brothers. Those guys are family. I got to collect an army of them. Attack bikes, got a couple down here. You got a multi-melta and heavy bolter. You need to have a couple of those just to break up the monotony and to give you some options. That's what I wanted anyway. I have 4 Razorbacks, 2 with twin link blast cannons, 2 with heavy bolters, and here are the extra bits. So I could actually make them into rhinos if I wanted, and both sides are painted for me to do that. Put the storm bolter on there. And so easy conversions. Painting both sides is a smart thing, just in case you wanted the option of that. Here are the Flyers. I love bringing these guys because of these special weapons. The weapons that cause so much pain when you roll 6s. And I got 4 of them. So 2 of them are transports, the other 2 I still have transport capacity, but I use them for their heavy weapons. Fenrisian Wolves. Got one here I got to repair from the back on their base, but I like how they're clean. They're nicely painted. Got 10 of them here. I can bring them as part of some of the options when I bring certain HQ choices. Now let's take a look at the Sky Claws. Sky Claws are pretty cool. They're my jump pack guys. I have some plasma guns and power fists. But other than that, it's just a regular bolt pistol chainsword. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I only have a couple special weapons in there. I like to proxy them, Mark a Dave them. And they're beautifully painted. I love the paint job on them. They make me happy when I look at them. I just like to feel them just because. You ever have models that are just so well painted, you don't even care what the stats are, you just feel them because of their paint job, and you're like, hey, take a look at Canis Wolfborn. Look how beautifully painted he is. You have to bring him, even though you know that he would probably lose against a Corn Lord on Juggernaut. I say that for those of you who have seen the Who Would Win video. I don't actually remember who won, but I don't think he's the best. Wolfguard Terminators. Let's take a look at these guys down here. Thunderhammer Storm Shields. I have Assault Cannon. Got the Wolf Claws. Got the Frost Axes. And a couple sergeants in there. Long Fangs. These are the guys that you want in your army. In every list that I bring Long Fangs, because they are your devastators. And what do I like to bring? I actually like to bring missile launchers. So let's see how many I got here. I think I got 4. Yeah, I think 4 of each because I got 4 blast cannons, 4 plasma guns, or plasma cannons, 4 multi-miltos, 4 missile launchers. Got some dreadnoughts, got some venerable dreadnoughts, got some Blizzard Shield, Great X dreadnoughts. See, the cool thing about these guys is that they have an invuln save because of their axes, or because of their shields rather. And that makes them very survivable in combat. So much so that it's actually terrifying. So I like to bring those guys. Bjorn. Bjorn is a dreadnought, and I have him here. Every time I brought him, he doesn't perform well, unfortunately. And it's a very sad thing because he looks like he would on paper, but he just doesn't in real life. That's my experience with him. It could be different for some of you guys, but from my experience, that's just what's happened. Not going to give up on him though. I'll still give him a chance because he still needs to come in via drop pod. In fact, if any of you have a good tactic on how to bring him, please do leave it in the comment below. Give me some ideas there. Murderfang. That'd be an interesting fight. Bjorn versus Murderfang. Although I think Bjorn would win. That's just my opinion. I think Murderfang is an infantry killer. And then I have, these are my HQs. Got Logan Grimnar, of course. I do have his sleigh, his chariot. I like to think he's Santa Claus. And he is magnetized, so he can actually go on his base or in the chariot. Nyal. I have 2 versions of Nyal. I have the old one, and I have the new one. I like the Terminator armor one because he looks tougher, more beefy, but this one's still good too. Either way, people are happy. An Iron Priest. I got Ragnar Blackbane and Lucas the Trickster. Then we have Grey Hunters. These are just the Grey Hunters here. Lots of infantry models. Flesh these guys out. I'm actually missing all my drop pods. I just realized. I have like 4 drop pods. No idea where they are. They are here somewhere. That's one of my preferred tactics, is just to drop these guys in. Do drop pod assault. It's a lot of fun. Land Raiders, let's not forget that. Because I got these Wolfguard Terminators, I like to bring them in Land Raiders. They're more devastating that way. I really don't like to deep strike my guys if I don't have to. Especially if they don't have like weapons I can shoot. But Land Raider, delivery system, that's good. That's a fun way of doing it. They're just regular Land Raiders. And that's, okay, here we go. Cavalry. That's last but not least, we got the Cavalry. Each one is equipped differently, and going back, I probably would have requested that they be equipped slightly different because how I feel them is different than how they are modeled. But this is before I started playing them. I was like a kid in a candy store and I was just getting a bunch of models. And so I'm like, oh, this would be cool. That'd be cool too. How do you want them modeled? I just model them differently so they look cool. But practical game-wise, I wouldn't suggest that. That's just my mistake. But they're still fun to bring because they're Thunderwolves. And whenever I do a bat rep that doesn't include them, there's always a comment. Where are your Thunderwolves? Bring your Thunderwolves. Don't forget it. Not a Space Wolf unless you have Thunderwolves. That's just what happens. So that's what people tell me. That's what the Space Wolves players tell me. So what's your opinion? What do you think? But anyway, that is the army. I couldn't tell you offhand how many points are here. So how about you guess? How many points do you think are here? I could calculate it, and if I were to wager a guess, I would say there's probably, say 5,000 to 6,000 points. 5,000 to 6,000 points. That's my guess, but that's probably about right, judging by the size and the lists that I've created in the past from it. But let me know what you think. And let me know what you think I should add to the army. Because I certainly do want to continue collecting the wolves. They're family, and that's how it works. So thank you very much for watching this video. And thank you for your support, for watching all the videos and leaving comments and subscribing. And especially to the Vault members for allowing us, MiniWarGaming, to do what we do. Because without the Vault members, without their support, we would not exist. It's like a TV channel, and paying specifically for that one channel is exactly the same thing. We wouldn't exist without the Vault members. So big thank you, and happy wargaming.